This is what a muscle car does. I dare any electric vehicle to do that. I don't care how fast your car is. That sounds good. That big V8 coming down the road making all the noise and disturbing the pieces. That's what we live for. Doggone it. YouTube family, what is going on, man? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video, man. For all my new viewers, thank you guys so much for tuning in onto this video. And you clicked on it because you like cars. Something. This is a car channel, so make sure you do me a huge favor. Make sure you check out some of my other videos and everything else I got going on this channel, because like I said, we do car stuff here. And you click on this video because you like cars. I got all my videos on playlists. You can find exactly what you look for on this channel. Like, we got some racing action, we got like car shows, we got some car talk, we got car mods going on. We got a little bit of a lot of type of car stuff going on this channel, and you tune into it because of the fact that you like cars. So hopefully you stay around and hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you can stay up to date and in tune as to everything I got going on. And all my new subscribers, well, not new subscribers, I'm returning viewers and subscribers. I want to thank you guys for rocking with your boy and checking me out on this YouTube thing, man. We can't do it without you guys, and you guys have been the real MVP when it comes to this channel. So I'm not gonna hold you too long. Let's get into the topic of today's video. You see the title and you see the thumbnail. So this is what we got going on, man. As everyone knows, Dodge has discontinued the Viper, and the Viper has been not a thing for a few years. It's for a few years. I forgot exact year it was. Was it 2015 or something like that? That Dodge decided to drop the Viper from its lineup. And everyone knows the Viper was pretty much the Dodge's exotic supercar, however you want to slice it up and dice it up. I really do consider the Viper kind of an exotic a little bit, because they're very rare. There was a $100,000 car easy, where the ACR was, or I forgot the other ones, but or the GTS or whatever, whichever one. They were the most expensive car Dodge had, and they were very exclusive. Not a lot of people got those cars because they are the top. They're the top of the line, right? The Dodge has got rid of that car, and along the way, if you've been paying attention to not just Dodge but all the cars under the Mopar umbrella, we're talking Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, and Ram. We know Ram used to be part of Dodge years back, and Ram is now its own thing. We know Chrysler is its own thing, and Jeep is its own thing, and that's how Dodge has kind of broken everything up. But if you look at the individual cars that each brand offers, they kind of all follow, they all are in a certain niche of cars, right? So let's break it down really quick for you guys. So if you look at Jeep and all their cars, pretty much all the cars are SUVs. I mean, the Gladiator is kind of a pickup, but it's based on the Jeep Wrangler, which is pretty much an SUV to a certain extent, right? If we look at Chrysler pretty much, they only got the Chrysler 300 and like the Chrysler Pacifica is their only cars that they offer on the Chrysler lineup. If you look at Ram is all pickup trucks. But if you look at Dodge is really only the Charger, Challenger, and the Durango. And the Durango is supposed to be leaving the lineup, so that will only leave the Charger and the Challenger. So if you kind of look at everything as a whole, if you want a pickup, you get a Ram. If you want an SUV, you go to Dodge. I mean, not Dodge. You want an SUV, you go to Jeep. If you want a family vehicle, so to speak, you go to Chrysler. But if you want a performance vehicle, a sports car, might as well say muscle car or something, or performance vehicle, or whatever. However you want to chop that up, you go to Dodge. And the thing is, if you want to look at this for the long run and long game, like, Dodge only has two cars, pretty much the Charger and the Challenger. After the Durango goes, that's all Dodge has, the Charger and the Challenger. So how will Dodge survive going forward? So another thing here to kind of consider is that we all know Dodge is adding electric vehicles in 2024. Pretty much all the brands under the umbrella is going to be adding electric vehicles. But when it comes to the sports car division or the muscle car division, Dodge is the brotherhood of muscle. Electric vehicle and muscle car, to me, doesn't really fit into the same boat, if you ask me. Granted, Dodge can say it's a e-muscle car, but it's not the same thing. A muscle car, let me do this real quick. This is what a muscle car does. I had to do that. I dare any electric vehicle to do that. I don't care how fast your car is. That sounds good. No e-muscle car can do that. No Tesla can do that. I don't care, man. I ain't trying to hear all that. No Prius can do that. That's what Dodge is, the brotherhood of muscle. That sound, that big V8 coming down the road, making all the noise and disturbing the pieces. That's what we live for. Doggone it. Y'all feel me? Y'all know what I'm talking about. But that's what it is, man. That's the brotherhood of muscle. But now we're going to electric. You don't get that anymore, right? The future is electric. Every manufacturer out there is putting out electric vehicles, putting out more fuel efficient vehicles, because these big V8s don't fall in line with what everyone is trying to do. You can't get a fuel efficient V8. That's hard to do, or next to impossible. The emission standards are continuously getting tighter and tighter and tighter as the years go by, making it harder to make these big engines, these big supercharged engines, these big natural V8 engines. A lot of companies are pushing out these crazy cars right now while they still can, but in the future we know we can't do that. So this is the question I want to pose to you guys and try to talk through. Can Dodge survive with only the Dodge Charger and the Challenger, or does it need something bigger and better? Does it need that Viper type of car that can live without a V8 and people not expecting it to have a V8? We know the Viper came with a V10, but with it being a sports car, it doesn't necessarily need to have a V10. Plenty of sports cars out there don't come with V8s, man. You can legit get by with a turbocharged hybrid V6, and that thing can perform crazy well. You still got your sounds from the car, and you still have crazy performance. And you say a turbocharged hybrid V6. Before y'all say something, that's something. Had to do that real quick. If I'm not sure if you guys follow racing or anything like that, but F1, those F1 cars are pretty much turbocharged V6 hybrid cars, and those things are quick and fast. The Ford GT, Ford has their car above the Mustang. That car is, I'm pretty sure it's a V6, turbocharged, and no one talks about the engine being a V6 because that is an exotic car. Now let's get to Chevy. Chevy, we know they have the Corvette above the Camaro. They have that supercar, that sports car above the Camaro. Granted, it is a V8, but that car is something else beyond their Camaro, right? What does Dodge have? Dodge only has the Charger and the Challenger as their cars. They don't have anything above that. The Durangos be gone, so we can't even count that anymore, but they only got the Charger and Challenger. And the reason right now Dodge can survive with just the Charger and the Challenger and Challenger are outselling everybody. There's no other company right now that's offering a V8 sedan in the price range that the Charger comes in. No one's offering wide body cars like that. No one's offering a big two-door car like this in the price range that the Challenger is. Like, this car is a coupe, and I have space in here. I've heard plenty of complaints from a lot of people that say they don't like the Camaro or the Mustang because they're too small. Granted, being small helps out in performance, but in practicality, this Challenger is way more practical than both the Mustang and the Camaro, and it shows in the sales. This car is selling like hotcakes, and they're so popular. Everyone's getting these cars, everyone's talking about these cars. But let me get over real quick. I want a hybrid car to do this. I want a hybrid car to do this. A hybrid car can't do that. It might do it faster. I don't care, but it ain't gonna sound as good. I know I'm talking junk, but anyway. The Charger and Challenger are selling like crazy. These cars are moving off the lots, man. These cars are so popular. The used car market for these cars is crazy right now. The value is crazy. These cars are holding their value more than they should be. People are trying to get these cars like crazy. But on the flip side, with every fad that starts, anything that is popular at some point will become unpopular. Anything that is hot in the streets is going to become unpopular. And we all know there's a lot of people I know that's been getting rid of these cars because so many people have these cars. So many people are trying to get these cars, and people that have these cars are kind of like, I'm getting bored with it because everyone got these cars now. Everyone's getting these cars. So how would Dodge survive at that point where people get bored of the Charger and the Challenger? How will they survive if we can't do V8s anymore? Will people still want Charger and Challengers? The answer is no. People don't want these cars if they don't have a V8 in them. People want these cars because of the V8. That's why the people are gravitating towards these cars. But you take the V8 out of the equation, they don't want these anymore. But if that's all you're offering, are the Charger and Challenger, then what's going to happen? So how does Dodge move forward after these cars. So my thought is, after thinking about that, what Dodge needs to do, they really got to start thinking about adding a car that is above the Charger and the Challenger, like the Viper, something had in the past. They need a sports car. They need a maybe an exotic car, something on the lineup that will fall into the performance division that Dodge is kind of doing. And if you look at, like I said, if you look at Dodge, they are the performance division of the whole Mopar brand. So they can add some sort of sports car that can fill that need and that next level of performance cars that don't really need a V8 to be popular, right? They can bring back the Viper. Do they need to redesign it? I mean, they do need to update it some. Do they need to go with a mid-engine? Maybe, maybe not. Just a complete, maybe they don't need to do that. Does it need to have a V10? I know this might hurt some feelings, but they can bring the Viper back with a twin-turbo V6 hybrid. You know, something like that. Now you have a Viper that's all-wheel drive and it's going to be a beast. Maybe it doesn't need to be a Viper. Maybe they introduce something else crazy that's not a Viper. Maybe they bring in a car that is a mid-engine car that isn't a Viper, that doesn't have expectations of having a V10 in it, and bring that and introduce that as your next level of car after the Charger and the Challenger. That true dedicated sports car, something with 2 seats in it, no back seats. We're talking trunk in the front. We're talking something that can compete with the C8, something that can compete with the Ford GT, something that can compete with those high-end cars. And I know you guys are saying the Corvette, I make sure I said Corvette. The Corvette maybe is not a high-end car, but let's be real. The Z06 that's coming out, that's a high-end car. We're talking a car that's $100,000, flat plane V8. That, and it sounds exotic. That car is going to be a high-end car. Dodge needs to dip into that market to make sure they stay afloat and stay relevant after the popularity of these cars go down. At some point, it's going to happen. You can only be popular for so long. Fads do not stay around forever. At some point, they die off and people move on to the next thing. And what Dodge needs to do is get ahead of that, introduce something, the next higher tier car, so that way they can either draw different people to the brand or keep some of the people that's already in the brand within Dodge, right? Because after a Hellcat, people change brands. Like after you get to the top of the line, people go get something different. There's nothing else out there after the Hellcat. I mean, what you gonna do, buy another Hellcat? No, you buy the same car. A lot of people don't buy a Scat Pack and they go buy another Scat Pack. They go to the next level. People don't buy a 5.7 and you buy a 5.7. They go to the next level. But after you get to the Hellcats are becoming more and more affordable. More and more people are getting them. That means more and more people are going to be exiting the brand soon and going to need something else to spark their interest. And that's where we need to hire sports car or something to draw people in or to keep people with Dodge, if Dodge plan on keeping, you know, keep it relevant, right? I know I said a lot there, but I'm interested to hear you guys' thoughts to this. Would you entertain a Dodge Viper that didn't have a V8 in it? Would you guys think that'd be pretty decent? You think it'd be good? What if Dodge brings in a supercar? Would you guys think, if you can afford it, would you be interested in it, right? I want to hear you guys' thoughts, because I'm pretty interested to see what Dodge is going to do here in the future here. We know they're the brotherhood of muscle, but at the same point, they have to evolve with the times. They're going to have to do something different to stay ahead of what's going on. So that is going to wrap up today's big video. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. As always, man, make sure you like, comment, subscribe to the channel. We're still creeping this channel up and moving it up to the next level, man. We'd love to have you part of the family, so make sure you hit that subscribe button and lock in for the long haul. As always, Rubens_3, we're going to check you out on the next video. We're out. Cut it.